Welcome back to On the Couch with Matt Bidgood. Tonight's guests are two superstars, viral YouTubers, and just great people in general. Ryan Fincher,
Yo, relax.
F.A. Eldon.
Hey, Mom.
Such a wonderful time to have two distinguished people in our studio here today. Ryan, F.A., pleasure to have you. How was your rides up here?
Fantastic, Matt.
Great, man.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So, obviously today our discussion topic is going to be the difference between high school and club sports. And we're going to be using the example of soccer. And there's very distinguished soccer programs in high school and club. And I guess what we call it is academy, FA, is that right? Academy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, we're going to start out with our discussion with the quality of play. Now, obviously there's a lot of differences between high school and club. So, let's hear it from them. Ryan, go ahead.
Ryan, please.
I think it's definitely a different type of play. Like high school soccer, there's guys like me who maybe soccer's not their number one sport, but like to get out there and I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the best foot skills or anything, but I just love playing the sport, and I think it brings out players that just want to have fun. So that's why.
Wait, Matt, what was the question again?
The quality of play.
Quality of play. So, Finch, what do you think about the quality of play?
I think the quality of play is going to be better at the academy. Like you have kids coming from all different towns. I'm just saying it's not a quality standpoint. It's more of like a type. It's a different type of soccer, high school versus academy.
I would definitely agree with what Finch just said, and I just want to add on by saying that academy was first brought out to the U.S. after seeing it after U.S. soccer saw it from many countries. And what are you laughing at me for? U.S. soccer saw it in many countries, which developed youth soccer, and they wanted to establish this in the United States. So they wanted to grow professional youth soccer players, and the only way that they could have done it is build a different league, basically. And the style of play is, I would say, more Barcelona-ish, more passing unlike high school, which is more kick and run.
Put together.
More put together, more organized, I want to say. And of course it's different because when you look at college, it's kind of a mixture of high school and academy. So it's definitely two different interesting ways of style of play, basically.
So you're getting those grinders from the high school programs that do the sport because they love it.
Exactly.
And then you're getting the quality foot skills, fantastic players.
Passing, everything, yeah.
Perfect. So, obviously, as we just talked about college, I guess we can transition over into the recruitment process.
Definitely.
It's definitely going to be very different. I'd love to hear it, Ryan, please.
I think that's the major difference here, the recruitment. I think what annoys me about academy is it takes all the best players away from Staples and makes the team not as good, and we can't get as far, which is a bummer. And but you can still definitely get recruited, in my opinion, from Staples. We have guys like Matt Angler going to Emory. We have guys, Christian Martinson, who's going to RPI. And then in the past, we have D1 commits like Brendan Lesh, who is now playing in Ireland professionally. And we even have one USA national team, Colin Martino, who is now running for the USA soccer president. So I think it's definitely possible to get recruited from a high school program.
I mean, if you're a good player, college coaches are gonna go out of their way and trying to see you at tournaments, showcases, even at your home games or away games. But I think that academy, what they formed is a way for college coaches to really find players that will suit their programs, and these are of course like top level players, and these come from teams such as the New York Red Bulls Academy. These are all MLS programs. Toronto FC, Montreal Impact, if you think about it, New England Revolution. Recruitment is way easier for college coaches, and the choices they have is incredible when they look at MLS programs like that. And even Beachside, we have one kid going to Stanford this year. We have Quinnipiac, we have Boston University, many good Division I programs. And although Staples might have produced really good players, I feel like the academy really opens up your chances of going to a really solid Division I program, if not Division III program. So I think that coaches are more leaning towards going to academy showcases.
All I'm saying is high school and academy, it's just splitting up all the best players, and it just doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I just want to add on to that and say that I would love to play for Staples starting from my freshman year. However, it was a really tough choice because I feel like academy has really opened up my eyes to look at all my options college-wise, and I really had looks from Yale, I had looks from Villanova, like really good Division I programs, but it really comes down to who you are as a player and how good you are as a player. So Fincher, I'm not arguing with you in saying, oh, if you play Staples, you're not going to go to a good Division I program. That's not the case. But if you're a really good player, it doesn't matter whether you play for academy or high school. Coaches are going to find you.
All right.
So.
Very good points made there by F.A. and also by you, Ryan. With the different types of players playing at each, I guess, organization, club, high school, there comes the issue of character. There's heart, there's whether skill, there's if you're just doing it for the fun or if you're doing it to become an all-star player, and that brings in the point of character building. You guys have any thoughts on that?
I do, Matt. Our freshman coach, Chris Odell, he is notorious for making us run more than any other person on earth. Before every freshman practice, we used to run 5 miles.
I can speak from experience. That is awful.
This guy, he is hard. He's like kind of like me. He doesn't have the best skill, but he will outplay anyone just because he will work harder than them, and that's what he taught us, and I think that's what high school soccer has to offer more than academy.
Interesting point. Character is a very interesting concept in soccer because when you look at just the sport, you don't really, or when you look at like soccer players, you can't really tell different characters when you look on the pitch, but. Okay. But it really comes to who you are as a person. And me personally, I love the sport. And I just want to be the best player on the pitch, regardless of who I'm playing against, who I'm playing with. I just want to be the best player on the pitch. And I don't think that comes with who trained you or who you're training with or who your coach is. I think that really comes down to who you are as a person and how much you want it. So regardless of if you play for academy or high school, I think that if you want to achieve something and if you really want to do it, you have to be 110% every single practice, every single game. And I think that's just your DNA. You can't really change that, I guess. I mean, if you have it in you, you definitely have it in you. If not, the coaches can't really do anything. So I think organizations can't really change that. It's just who you are. It's just their DNA. So, yeah.
Do you think players go to academy just so they can go to college and make money? Or do you think they go to academy because maybe their friends are there or that they want to play for that organization to rep that organization?
Well, I just want to clear this up that if you go to academy, you're not really there to make friends because it's the next level. Like high school, okay, like you're playing with your friends and everyone.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you right there, I think.
Right.
Like, if you can't play to make friends and have a good time, then what's the point? If when you're on Leffler Field playing in front of all your friends up on the hill, I could not think of a better position to be in. That's probably one of my favorite places on earth. But
and I think that's where Ryan has FAB is repping your town. You have crowds from young to old, middle schoolers, elementary schoolers to the elderly who used to play soccer. Everybody comes out for those soccer games. You got high schoolers cheering them on. FA, I have been to academy games. It's mainly just the parents, and they are.
I will counteract that argument, and I will say that there are around 50, 60 academy clubs in my age group right now, the U19s, 2000s, and 99s, and I want to say that 95% of all of those kids want to have the dream of going to play professionally after college. And me personally, I have the same dream. I had the same dream since I was 9 years old, and